Hello ladies and gentlemen of the internet, it's RJ, and today we will be taking a look at the Bandai Tamashii Nations S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Goku. Starting with articulation, the figure's head is on a ball peg, allowing it to free. The neck is on a ball joint, quite possibly the tightest ball joint in the history of the planet. The shoulders can freely rotate at the torso. The bicep is on a swivel. The elbows are double jointed. And the hands are on a ball peg. There is no articulation in the chest whatsoever, which is always nice. And there are two ball joints in the abdomen, allowing the torso to... The legs are articulated in a similar manner to the Ultra Act figures, so they're at a hinge at the figure's pelvis, and a ball joint at the thigh, allowing them to rotate and kick up and down so that the legs can more freely rotate. The knees have very asinine articulation. They're double jointed. However, if you kick the knees all the way out, the lower section of the knee can sometimes get stuck, like this, and you'll either have to pull them back, or if you continue to try and bend the knee, it'll snap in half. The feet are double ball jointed, however they're extremely limited, so they can only really turn inwards. And finally the toes are on a hinge. Moving on to option parts, this figure comes with, out of the box, this really scrunched up pouty face. I say pouty face rather than serious face because due to how small the eyes and irises are, as well as how defined the wrinkles on the forehead and under the eyes are, as well as this really well-pronounced frown, Goku looks less like he's about to punch something in the face and more like he's pouting. Goku also comes with this really scrunched up looking yelling face. As you can see, there are very clearly defined lines on the nose, and once again the very clearly defined lines underneath the eyes and the forehead, so that Goku looks unnecessarily pissed off at something. It looks less like he's charging up ki or firing the Kamehameha, and more like he's about to eat Gohan. Weird looking faces aside, Goku comes with a pair of Kamehameha charging hands, and here's where things start to get really iffy. Due to the way the legs are engineered, you can't really get him standing in a pose that looks very good when he's charging it. And the neck has the exact same problem, it looks more like he's looking at the ground. Goku also comes with a pair of flat Ki Blast hands, and due to the extremely poor range of motion on the neck, you can't really have Goku look at what he's firing at. And since the figure has no stand, you can't pose him above anything. And if you want to pose him standing, you have to basically pray that the legs and feet don't give out. We have the worst accessory of the entire figure, the instant transmission hand. Due to the engineering of the arm, the hand comes nowhere close enough to Goku's forehead to properly emulate the pose. And I think I figured out what Goku's trying to concentrate so hard on. Getting his finger to touch his forehead. Yup. I have this figure's final attempt to impress me, detail, and so far it's failing pretty miserably. The hair has no sculpted in details, which is always nice. It's painted a single shade of yellow. Face looks way too serious. Eyes are too close, irises are too small, frown is too well defined. Here we have some muscles in the neck and some detail in the blue shirt for the gi, which does look rather nice. We have the rest of Goku's gi. Here we have some beautifully defined molding lines. Just what I always wanted. Yes, he did fall off the rest of him. Here we have some manufacturer's information. See if I... Yup, some molding lines in the hair. These are everywhere. Can I get the one on the... Yup, there's one on the hand. The belt that fell off. some more molding lines, the wrinkles in the gi, the expertly crafted knee joints, which are always obvious when posing this figure, more molding lines, and the boots are actually pretty nicely detailed. They're painted blue with some minor red accents, and the boots are painted beige. Overall, we have Tamashii Nation's best effort at recreating any character ever. Due to the poorly engineered and flimsy articulation, he'll fall apart doing any pose you try to put him in, so you have plenty of time handling the figure. Due to the inaccurate face and the beautifully rendered molding lines throughout the figure, you'll have plenty of time to accurately analyze the figure. And due to the poorly utilized accessories, you can't really put it in any decent poses. So yeah, this figure definitely gets an 11 out of 10 from me. Pick it up as soon as you can, sell your house, sell your organs, sell your relatives, do whatever you can to obtain this piece of shit.